Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so let's begin with 3 ohms. Take a deep breath in. Now, the usual disclaimer. When you participate here, you're responsible for your well-being in whatever you do from where I lead. Life in Yoga is not responsible for it, and I'm not responsible for it. So with that understanding, to ensure that you do things in a safe manner, make sure there is no strain in anything you do. So any motion has to be absolutely gentle and smooth, and each person has their own capacity, and you should do it according to your capacity. So like for example, one person may be able to turn the neck only for 5 degrees. Somebody else may go all the way 90 degrees. But it is the stretch that matters and not what you achieve or how much degree you're able to turn. Now, with that understanding, make sure the spine is straight and always make sure your breath is smooth and slow. As long as breath is smooth and slow, you're unlikely to create strain in anything that you do. So with that understanding, let's begin with the chakra vibrations that we normally do. Pressing your little finger with the thumb, we begin with Lam. Take a deep breath in. Lam. 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 Release the fingers. Continue. Lam. Lam. Now bring your awareness an inch or so above the perineum and focusing there and trying to gently squeeze there. We do Vam, pressing on the ring finger of the thumb. Vam. 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 Release the fingers and continue. Now bring the awareness behind the navel in the middle of the body, and as you draw in at the navel, we do Ram, pressing on the middle finger with the thumb. Ram. 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 Release the fingers, continue. Ram. 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 Now, bring the awareness to the middle of the chest, in between the breasts, and here we do Yam, pressing on the index finger of the thumb. Yam. Yam. Yum. 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 Release the fingers, continue. Yum. 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 Now bring the awareness to the throat, and here we do hum, thumbs up, loose fist.
Hum.
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 Release the fingers. Continue. Now bring the awareness to the middle of the head, and there we do chum, thumbs up, loose fist. Release the hands. Continue. Bring the awareness to the top of the head. We do Om, thumbs up, loose fist. Release the fingers. Continue. Last time. Now we go on to the Ujjayi Pranayama, the happy face breathing. So those of you who know it, please continue. And those of you who need instructions, bring your awareness to the lowermost part of the mouth that connects into the neck in the throat area. Focusing there, make a big smile. As the cheeks come out, you will find a slight stretch in the bottommost part of the mouth. Focus on the stretch and inhale and exhale in slow, long, deep breaths. As you inhale, feel a mild sucking sensation. And when you exhale, feel like a reverse sucking sensation. So please continue. Now, if you like, we can do the shoulder rotations. Inhale, lift up both the shoulders. Exhale, rotate it back and slowly come down. You continue the Ujjayi Pranayama. That was the inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now we stretch out the hands in front of us, and as you inhale, lift up the palm and stretch out the fingers. Exhale, close the thumb in and make a downward facing fist. Inhale up and stretch. Exhale down. Last inhalation and last exhalation, and let's go around the wrist. Inhale, half a circle. Exhale, complete the circle. And continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Let's go reverse. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Elbows in line with the shoulders, and we go around the fist. Inhale, open out the palms as you go around the wrist, and exhale, close the fist again. Inhale and exhale. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Let's reverse it. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now we'll go on to the neck exercises, which we didn't do in the beginning. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, tilt your head, bringing one ear towards the shoulder. Inhale, come back. And exhale, tilt towards the other side. And inhale, come back. And continue. Last exhalation. Inhale, come back. And as you exhale, turn the head and look over one shoulder. And we will do the sound ah as we exhale. Ah. Inhale, look over the other shoulder. Ah. Head back as you inhale. Ah. Chin to the chest as you inhale. Once again, as you inhale, turn the head to one side. Ah. Inhale the other side. Ah. Inhale back. Ah. Inhale to the chest. Now we go 360 degrees around the neck. Inhale half a circle and exhale, complete the circle and continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation. And now let's go in the reverse direction. Last exhalation. Now we go on to interlocking the hands behind the head. And as you exhale, twist to one side, inhale, come back. Exhale, twist the other way, inhale, come back, and continue. Last exhalation, inhale, release. Get hold of the elbows behind the head. And as you exhale, pull on one elbow, inhale, come back. Exhale, pull on the other elbow, inhale, come back, and continue. Last exhalation, pull, and inhale, release. Now we bring our hands behind the back, get hold of the elbows, take a deep breath in, pull back the shoulders and expand the chest. And as you exhale, twist to one side, inhale, come back. Exhale, twist the other way, inhale, come back, and continue. Last exhalation. Inhale, release. Now get hold of the hips behind the back. And as you inhale, push on one side and make a backward arch, and exhale, come forward. Inhale, push the other side. Exhale, come forward. Continue. Last inhalation and last exhalations. Now we cross one leg over the other. Get hold of the knee, and as you exhale, pull it towards the opposite shoulder and turn the other way. Inhale, release. Exhale, pull. Last exhalation, pull and turn. Now we can cross the leg the other way. And as you exhale, pull and turn. Last exhalation, inhale, release. Now we can stand up, and as we inhale, we can bend at the knees. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now get hold of the hips and we'll go around it. Inhale half a circle and exhale, complete the circle. Now let's go in the opposite direction. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now we will get our hands behind the back and we will do the pelvic bend. So take a deep breath in, pull back the shoulders, expand the chest, and lift up the chin. And as you exhale, push out the butt and lean forward. Keep the chin up and keep the shoulder pulled back. You're only feeling the stretch from the bottom of the feet to the hips. Inhale and exhale into the stretch. Take a slow, deep breath in and come up. And now we will place our hands right on your seat, and placing it, put pressure on the hands and inhale and exhale in the Ujjayi Pranayama. You can visualize as you inhale, feel the breath going up to the middle of the forehead, right at the hairline. And as you exhale, feel it going down towards the feet. Actually, I should say, as it goes down, feel it go out towards the hands. Now we go on to the first round of Bhastrika. So we begin with exhalation. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Take a slow, deep breath in through the right nostril, hold the breath, and exhale through the left. Now we can go on to the mantras that we normally do. Let's begin from bring your awareness behind the lowermost part of the sternum and feel a rising vibration going to the middle of the body and out of the top of the head. And we do that as Haim Im And remember, no correlation with the breath. The breath is unconscious breathing, like it is for most of you during most of the time in the day for you. Now bring the awareness to the chest area and we mentally vibrate Haim as we feel, visualize contraction of the lungs. Haim, 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 like that. Now we make that into Haim Nam, Haim Nam, Haim Nam. Now visualize a rising vibration from the middle of the chest, in between the breasts, going up and out of the top of the head, and we visualize it as home, home, home. This is for the upper respiratory tract.
Hello, Moto.
Now we go on to the Spinal Mantra. We do the 7 mantras from the feet and ankle to the knees to the lowermost part of the spine, which is in between the buttocks and the back, and then the lumbar spine, the thoracic spine, the cervical spine in the neck, and then in the back of the head, in the very top, called the Shikha point. The mantra for the feet and neck are the same, that is Aim. Now let us begin from the feet and ankle with mantra Aim, moving to knees where we vibrate Shim, and move on to the base of the spine where we do Jim. Aim, Shim, Jim. Aim, Shim, Jim. I'm Shim 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 Jim. Now we move from the base of the spine to the lumbar region, then to the thoracic or the back region of the spine with Jim, Jime, Haim. So let's go. Jim, Jime, Haim. 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 Now we move from the thoracic spine to the spine and the neck, to the back of the head with Haim, Aim, Om. Let's go. Haim, Aim, Om. 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 Now we do all the 7 mantras in sequence, starting from the feet and ankle. Aim, Shim, Jim, Jime, Haim, Aim, Om. 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 I am Shim Jim Jam Ham Am Om. I am Shim Jim Jam Ham Am Om. Now we go on to the next round of Bhastrika. So let's begin with exhalation. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Take a deep breath in through the right nostril, hold the breath, and exhale through the left. Let's go on to the next round. Begin with exhalation. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. exhale. 11, exhale. 12, exhale. 13, exhale. 14, exhale. 15, exhale. 60, exhale. 70, exhale. 80, exhale. 90, exhale. 20, exhale. Take a deep breath in through the right nostril, hold the breath and exhale to the left. Let's go on to the last round of Bhastrika. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2, inhale. Exhale. 3, exhale. 4, exhale. 5, exhale. 6, exhale. 7, exhale. 8, exhale. 9, exhale. 10, exhale. 11, exhale. 12, exhale. 13, exhale. 14, exhale. 15, exhale. 16, exhale. 17, exhale. 8, exhale. 9, exhale. 20, exhale. Take a deep breath in through the right nostril, hold the breath and exhale to the left. Now we get ready for meditation. Mentally tell yourself, I give up all ideas and concepts and I care about nothing. I let go of everything, I let go of everything, I let go of everything. Feel the shoulders become lighter as you let go of everything, and even perhaps the head. Focus on your personal mantra if you have one, and if you don't have one, visualize a rising vibration from behind the lowermost part of the sternum going to the body and out of the top of the head. And that rising vibration feels like Haim Im Om, Haim Im Om, Haim Im Om. And as you focus on it, we will have Om playing in the background. Mentally affirm to yourself, may I be guided to fulfill the purpose for which I am born. And with that as the thought, become aware of your senses from the top of the head all the way down to the bottom of the feet. And whenever you're ready to open your eyes, raise the palm of your hands and look straight into the palm of your hands. So now we are open for any discussions. So please feel free to ask any questions. I see that for the fourth time, somebody has asked, why do we do the sound when we turn the head for the neck exercises? We have answered this at least 2 or 3 times before. So it is because when you do the vibration, the cleansing of the nadis is better in the neck area. Okay, so now...
Dr. Rajan, this is Dulli Agarwal.
yes.
I have just like sometimes during this all this session, I get yawning, I think, time to time. Is that normal or just some sort of deficiency you feel? Yawning, many times.
See, from a conventional medicine standpoint, yawning is supposed to be a way to manage the body's temperature. Because the hot air going out cools the body, is how it is interpreted physiologically. I cannot tell you anything more about it. From the Hatha Yoga perspective, there is one kind of, we all hear about the 5 pranas, the pancha prana, prana, apana, vyana, udana, samana. In some Hatha Yoga texts, they talk about 10 pranas besides the 5 more than the original 5. And there they say that there is one prana related to yawning, another related to the the eyelid, that it is, what do you call it?
Blinking eyes.
Yes, the blinking of the eyelid and all of that. So they call it that way. I'm not sure. But from the normal perspective, it is considered as the management of body's temperature. That's why yawning comes when the body wants to cool down. And so typically when you want to fall asleep, you may get yawning kind of thing as you get drowsy. That way the body is trying to cool down so you can fall asleep. That's how I understand.
I see. No, that's fine. Yeah, that's okay. I was just looking more any deficiency or anything to test something, but I don't think so. Okay. It's just time to time, like when we do mantras or when we do some 7 mantras, and I mean those kind of things when breathing may be slow and going on. And I take sip of water the time to time, when I'm doing this yoga.
Yes. You see, there is another interesting element. What happens is the yoga makes people sleepy if they need deep rest. And so all of these practices can sometimes make a person sleepy because the cosmic connectivity comes in sleep. Deep sleep is a very good, what will I say, it's an immune strengthening practice. And therefore, that may be part of the thing that may be in the action over there, where it is telling you sleep a little longer.
I see. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. That was very nice.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Dr. Rajan,
Yes.
this is Susham Kakkar here. I just wanted to know what is the significance of a Bhastrika prana?
Bhastrika in the yoga tradition is called prana pradhana pranayama. That means it increases the vitality in the body. And just so that you understand the concept of vitality within our system, You see, normally, from a current medical perspective, when you breathe, you take in oxygen that gets into your blood through the lungs, and then at the same time, through your various nutrition, you end up taking, whether finally, of course, the body uses sugar molecules, whether they are broken down from fat or carbohydrates or whatever. Protein cannot be retained in the body. And so the sugar and the oxygen together going into each of the trillion cells in the body is how energy is produced in every cell, right? So what happens is, normally each of us have enough store of sugar or whatever else, carbohydrates, everything sitting within us. And so oxygen is the one we are taking continuously.
Yeah.
So when you breathe better, the oxygen level stays high, means your energy in the body stays high enough. And in fact, from a medical perspective, if you go to your doctor's office, they probably put a little thing over your finger, and they look at the oxygen concentration, right?
Yeah.
So if it is below 90, they consider it a very serious thing, because what they say is that the cells of different organs will get deficiency in its energy, and they will lose their functionality, and cells can start dying over there. And so the Bhastrika Pranayama is something that increases the overall vitality in the system by ensuring your oxygen level is high enough and you have more energy flowing in the body.
And another question I have is that I have restless legs, and it is so painful that even I cannot sit. Sleeping, of course, is also very difficult. Walking is difficult, and I do not know what to do about it.
Where do you live?
I am in Columbus, Ohio.
Okay. In Columbus, Ohio, I don't know, we don't have any machine over there to assess your nadis. Do you know Dr. Hari Sharma?
No.
You don't know him.
Is he in Columbus vicinity?
Yeah, the suburb of Columbus, what do you call it?
I'm also in suburb of Columbus.
Yeah.
So, like we have Powell, Dublin.
Yeah, I think Dublin is where he is.
Oh, so that's just right next to mine.
Yes.
I mean, I'm in that vicinity.
Yeah, Dr. Hari Sharma, he is around 81, 82 years old.
Okay.
And he still is actively working through the hospital, University Hospital, in Ohio State University Hospital.
Okay.
He used to be a professor of medicine there.
Okay.
And so if you want to consult him, he's close by over there. You can look him up, Dr. Hari Sharma. And he is very familiar with Ayurvedic remedies.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Whereas on the other hand, from a yoga standpoint, I cannot tell you offhand, but I remember that one of the times when you put in a note in the chat box.
Yes, I did.
You mentioned that it gives you, this daily practice gives you some relief, right?
Yeah, when you have of course, this is really helping me, even if it's just been little less than 2 weeks. But twice you had made us stretch the legs. And that also I see helps me a little bit, but I do not know if that is sufficient and how many times can I do that.
Okay, let me ask you another question. Besides our yoga practice here, what kind of exercise do you do on a daily basis?
These days, because I had just undergone a surgery, so I will say none, but I live by myself, so I do all my chores and they take a lot of time.
No, they don't count. But any chores you do don't count.
They don't count even if
No,
I
they
go to
don't.
shopping.
No, the thing is, you see, what
Mhm.
happens is yoga exercises that have a yogic component, they have to be done mindfully. So
Okay.
you see, the common concept of calorie counting, I've expended so many calories and all of this, that has no meaning from a yoga
Yeah.
perspective.
Mhm.
And do you do any stair climbing at all?
Um, these days, for the last, I would say 15 days, no. But otherwise, if I have to, then I try to holding on to the railing because my legs and knees don't really work well.
You live in a multi-level dwelling?
No, I mean it is 3-story, but my bedroom is on the first floor only.
Okay, okay. So, but the thing is, if the leg stretching is helping you, I'll share with you something about myself. Okay.
Okay. Mhm.
So, what happens is every day I do jogging and stair climbing.
Mhm.
It doesn't have to be very long.
Okay.
It may only be for me, the jogging may take me 20-25 minutes, the stair climbing about 10 minutes or whatever. So,
Okay.
but what happens is when I do that, if I don't do that for like many days in a stretch, maybe 5 days in a stretch or so,
Mhm.
I can feel actually my calf muscles
Mhm.
go they start cramping. And at the same time, what will happen is my hips will also start becoming painful.
Okay.
So, but on the other hand, if I do my jogging and my stair climbing every day,
Okay.
I'm completely fit. I don't have any problem anywhere in the body.
Okay. I will start climbing the stairs.
But there is something very important to learn.
Okay.
Yoga is about stimulation and not a workout.
Yeah. That
Okay?
I understand.
So,
Yeah.
in other words, what happens is you should never overdo exercises.
Yes.
Exercises are meant to stimulate,
Okay.
not for, and so you will know your capacity. So when you're doing stair climbing or if you're doing any of these things and you find that you're getting tired, then you have to stop. You should not exert yourself anymore.
Okay. Then take rest and then redo.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
I will.
actually, that is the way my mother does. When I take her out walking, she
Mhm.
will go for a short distance and then she will sit for a little while and then go up and down. And so that kind of a thing she does.
Okay.
But the key part is the moment you have gotten tired enough,
Mhm.
and as long as you're doing it in a gentle pace,
Okay.
never hurrying, you will
Mhm.
be able to continue doing for quite a bit more than you would think. If you did anything in a hurry, you can only do it for a short while, you'll become tired very fast.
Yep.
So if
Yep.
you do it very slowly
Mhm.
and are able to do for like 10, 20, 30 minutes, then that is good enough.
Okay.
And anytime you start feeling tired, close. That is the end. Don't go anymore.
Okay. I will start doing it. I used to go to the gym for senior classes, but because of my other physical problems, I have not been going. So I will start climbing these stairs as you have suggested.
Yeah,
Thank you.
but again, be careful. Never overdo anything. And if there is any pain in the system, you shouldn't do it.
Okay.
And but you said you had surgery. I don't know what other health issues you have.
Yeah.
So you may want to be careful with whatever you're doing,
Yeah.
and you may want to consult with your doctors to make sure
Mhm.
that whatever you do would not affect something else.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going on Tuesday to um, see the doctor.
Yeah.
And then maybe I'll ask her to refer me to Dr. Harish Sharma. So I have noted it down. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
God bless you.
Dr. Ryan,
Yes.
I want to know about the mantra, how they affect on body and how we choose the words of the mantra.
Okay. There are mantras have two different purposes altogether. The mantras for meditation are to induce cosmic connectivity, which means all your vibrations you start feeling light in the head, and you start feeling upward lightness in the whole body. And that the effect of that is the same as deep meditation. Only thing, deep sleep. When you are in deep sleep, you are unconscious. Whereas on the other hand, here in this meditative state, it has the same effect as deep sleep, but you're not really unconscious. That is the difference. Whereas on the other hand, there is a whole category of mantras which are for stimulating different parts of the body.
So one more question. So mantras, how we design the words? It can be any word or they design.
Okay. When we were talking about mantras, I was simply talking about vibrations. Okay. So vibrations for cosmic connectivity, that is meditation mantra, is different from vibrations for different parts of the body. Okay. Now, there is a entirely different category of mantra where the meaning is important and is about mental affirmation. Okay. Like, for example, the Gayatri mantra is not a vibration based mantra. It is about a affirmation based mantra. Now, when you're using an affirmation based mantra, the power of the positive thinking of the mind, you can choose any affirmation that motivates you and helps you. But of course, the Gayatri mantra as the power of positive thinking is really something that is saying, may you become enlightened, and from that enlightenment, may you function in a way to uplift yourself and whatever purpose for which you are born. So in other words, it is to fulfill your swadharma by having enlightenment, is what the Gayatri mantra is all about. But if you, for instance, if there are people who are sitting and saying their mantra is that I love the whole world, I share love with everyone, that part is a different kind of a mantra. It may make you feel good and all of that, but on the other hand, the purpose of life is not fulfilled over there. The purpose of life is to fulfill your swadharma, and your swadharma can only be known through a meditative. You see, life is such where whatever is your purpose for which you are born, everything comes and stands in front of you. So you can, when you recognize it and you feel this is the right thing to do, you're fulfilling your swadharma. And so the thing is, fulfilling the swadharma, if you make any affirmations related to that, that is more powerful than any other things, any other words or this thing that you use.
Yeah,
So,
excuse me, you told me Im for the sleeping once.
Im is also your meditation mantra.
Yeah, that I do every night before. How long I should repeat it, do it?
Minimum 20 minutes each time.
Okay. All right. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, but it has to be done every day and about the same time. And if that doesn't happen, it won't work after a while. Okay. So, Radha Danayak, your question is, why don't you speak up?
No, my question was that how we decide which mantra is good for what reason? I mean, effect.
You cannot find that out. You have to ask me.
I see.
And it is individual to each person.
I see. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
So my question is regarding the Hatha Yoga position, Sarvangasana. So I have noticed that some people do the shoulder stand where you just take the legs up and stay in that position for some time, whereas some take it all the way back and touch the floor.
If it touches the floor, it becomes halasana. It's no longer Sarvangasana.
Okay.
So, once it is up, see what happens is, when you do the Sarvangasana, your entire back needs to lift up off the floor. So what happens is, to attain the Sarvangasana, what is usually done is you lift yourself up and slowly go without strain. In slow motion, take your time to bring your legs all the way to the other side to touch the floor. When it touches the floor on the other side, it is halasana, but that is when you have lifted up your back sufficiently so that the shoulder is towards the floor. Then you hold your back and then very slowly you start raising it up. Only then you are able to get the Sarvangasana. So the halasana is the stepping stone to attain the proper Sarvangasana.
Mm.
So one of them helps with, like, I have heard that one of them is you should do it before sleeping because it helps with sleep.
See, the thing is, you see, what happens is, in this entire business of Hatha Yoga and Pranayama and all of this, everywhere people make claims. This is good for this, that is good for this, and things like that. Okay? Now, what happens is, it doesn't work equally for everyone.
Yes.
Right? And so unless, a clinical trial is done and it is published where it clearly shows something, all these claims cannot be fully believed. And the other part of it is, remember, when clinical trials are done, all it's trying to say is, on average, most people will have some benefit of this kind, right? So which means even if the clinical trial results show that correlation, it's only a correlation. That does not mean everyone will be benefited the same way.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, any other questions?
Dr. Narayan,
Yes.
question is about Vipassana. Do you think it's a good idea to learn that? 'Cause I have heard about it. I want to do it. We have a Buddha temple very next door to us here. And I have a relative, she's a Vipassana teacher, and she's visiting San Francisco for a few months. And I was wondering, she wants to come to New Jersey. If she comes, she was thinking of, I would arrange with her to teach me, but I wanted to know whether I heard that you need to go for 10 days, and that's a lot, but can somebody teach in a day or something, or no?
I will answer this question in a moment. I see Satyapal Kheraji has put a question. Has laughing yoga started in the morning class? And Tammy just told us that it is every Saturday at 8:40 in the morning. In the regular morning yoga class, if you come in there like around 8:30 or something, when that regular session is ending, the 7 a.m. session is ending, and if you hook in, that's when the laughing yoga starts at 8:40, right? Okay. And so asking this question about what Hema Modi is asking, Hemaji. So the question about Vipassana is as follows, okay? And this is strictly my view and opinion. I have gone for the 10 days, okay? So I have direct experience of it, okay? So the thing is, you see, for people who are not where you are, you have the experience of all the yoga practice and things that we do, right? For people like you, Vipassana may not be your cup of tea, okay? So for people who have not been doing any other practice, and they have a lot of, the mind is agitated and things like that, for those people, Vipassana may be a good practice. Maybe if you can have somebody recommend that to your sister, it may be a good idea. Okay, so the thing is, you see, now, but I'll explain to you why it is. For you to sit like that, in Vipassana, they will tell you you're not allowed to do any physical or yoga practice or anything like that. Okay?
Mhm.
So when you go for the 10 days, there is no mobile phone, there is no wallet, nothing. Okay? So you leave everything and go. And all you do is the whole day long, you're sitting and doing the first 3 days, the anapana breath, focusing this thing. And of course, they will give you a morning meal, midday meal, and there is no dinner meal over there. And but they're realizing that people normally do feel hungry. They will keep some fruit over there, but there is no evening meal. Okay, and so they keep and they will tell you if you need any physical stretching, you can go for walking for a little while and stretch, but you're not allowed to do any asanas or any breathing, any other breathing practices. You cannot do Bhastrika over there. And if you do any of the practice, they will tell you, hey, you are not allowed to do this over here. Okay. And so the thing is, you see, in my opinion, uh, a lot of people are very much belief based. Okay. So in lot of the systems that you have, they say this is the way the guru taught, and so that's the way it must be done. In fact, what it is each person is so special. People don't understand that once you begin to experience, it is different strokes for different folks. Okay? So what happens is the same Vipassana experience, if you do a little bit of the stretching practice and things, you can attain that in about 4 hours instead of 10 days. Okay? So,
Volume down, kar, volume. Volume down, kar. I'm talking. Volume down.
no, we don't hear him.
Yeah, okay, sorry. Okay.
Okay.
So
So,
yeah,
in the next retreat, if you want, we can do a half a day experience where we can emulate the full impact of the Vipassana in a matter of 4 hours.
perfect. Now, I just have to share a story about one of my son's friend. He was very disturbed, one and only one son of a parent living in Singapore. And he was very disturbed because he was on a student visa and he had to leave right after the college. And he wanted to stay in this country. And as the time was coming closer, and usually he used to come every weekend to spend time with us, with my son. And I just could not see this boy going through all that. So I kind of suggested him that, would you like to help me? He said, Auntie, anything you tell, I would like to do. So I suggested him about Vipassana. He really went but when he came back, he was totally different person. He said that first 3 days, he just felt like he wants to leave because he took a bus from New York City to go there. And then so he had to leave everything. He didn't have nothing with him. And he was very, he said 3 days, I felt like I want to kill myself. He was so disturbed. But after third day, it just boom. He said it was so easy. When he came back 10 days later, he called his dad up. Dad wanted him to come there. He came here to pick him up also. He said, come back again to Singapore. We have a business, start doing that and all. He wouldn't. So after he came back, he called his dad up and he said, Dad, I'm coming. And in 10 days, this boy totally transformed. He went back.
You know why? Because Vipassana meditation is very good in preventing the wandering of the mind.
Yes.
And people develop anxiety because of wandering of the mind.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Vipassana is an excellent practice for what we call body-mind integration. Okay? So what happens is, once the wandering of the mind stops, all the unwanted thoughts that are coming, they go away. It also has a big healthy impact on the body. Okay? So that is why I was saying, for your sister, it'll be the ideal practice if you can get someone to recommend to her. Whereas on the other hand, for people who are already doing things where everything is in a smooth flow, where it is not like you feel agitated, the mind running everywhere or whatever. So for those people, it is not really necessary to go to Vipassana, because that 10 days, you can attain the same effect with a little bit of asana and pranayama practice, followed by Vipassana. You can have the experience when with asana pranayama practice, when you do Vipassana, you can have the 10-day impact in as little as 4 hours.
Okay, very good. Hira Suri has been there. He went for 10 days, right, Hira?
Yeah, I have also been there for 10 days, right?
Yeah, and it must be very difficult for 10 days every day, like how, 6
No.
hours or something?
No, the thing is, you see, for me, it was a non-issue. It is a state of the mind. When I go there, I'm going to be here for 10 days. Whatever comes, comes. How does it bother me?
Okay.
Right?
Thank you. Thank you so much for clearing up. Thank you.
Okay. Any other? Oh, we are out of time. Is there any other quick question? Okay. Okay. Gulshan Singh has hand up, but I don't hear anything. Mute it. Okay. So in that case,
I was
yeah, go
trying to
ahead.
adjust my camera because it slips off the position, you know.
Same thing.
No, since we are talking about meditation, what would be your opinion of Anapanasati meditation as against mantra based?
Anapana is not a meditation. It is what they call as a breathing practice, and it actually gives you it is suggested it is done first for 3 days, so that your mind can have enough sharp focus at a single point. And so when they do the Vipassana, that is how you train yourself to attain that. Okay, so we will see you all